everybody. I'm kind of sick, so my nose is like the same shade as my sweater, but that's not what my speech is about. So. Okay, think about this carefully. How much of your life do you actually remember? I know some of you can't even remember what you ate for breakfast this morning, but do you remember your 10th birthday, your senior prom, your first kiss? Although everyone's memories differ, what doesn't change is that as you grow older and as time elapses, your memories will eventually fade. So, how do you remember your past? And how do you remember who you are? Well, a camera is a device that helps you ensure that you never forget who you are. This is my digital camera. It's called a Pentax KX. It's my baby. I call it my Stormtrooper camera because it's white and black like those white soldiers in Star Wars. Photography is important to me because it allows us not only to capture moments, but create memories. Those are two different things. In high school, as I mentioned 10 billion times already, I was the editor-in-chief of the newspaper and also for the yearbook too. It was my responsibility to create memories for all of my classmates, and even though sometimes they gave me a hard time when I captured some incriminating naughty photos on the dance floor at prom, you know what I'm talking about? It was really important to me that they would have something to look back on when they're old and they have kids and they're saying, hey, don't dance like this. Make sure you don't. Because there's no going back. Even though as much as you want to, you can't go back and redo all the silly, embarrassing things that you did. First, I will talk about general photography and some metaphysics, and second, I will tell you about why I identify with the photography culture. When you press the button, what happens? There is a flash and a click, right? But I forgot I set it on self-timer, so awkward, sorry. You have this copy of not only whatever you wanted to take a picture of, but a copy of the universe itself. You see, the moment that you take the picture will never ever occur again. That second of that day, of that month, of that year has already passed, and it will just never occur again. So by taking a picture, you're recording history. Isn't that right? Even if you Facebook goers take a picture like this, you're still recording history because the next moment, the world will never be the same. Not only are you recording what is in the frame of the picture, you're recording the whole world. Think of it as a portal to a still world where everything is still as you took the picture. You know? Even if you take the same picture and the same pose as you do for your profile picture to get exactly the right one, the world has shifted in some way that it will never be the same. As a photographer named Joshua Addick said, time will never stand still. To be able to literally capture a moment and record it forever is truly monumental. By taking a photograph, you are documenting your life so that you will never forget how amazing it is. The technology of photography allows you to grab a piece of time and space and turn it into something physical. And for that to be accessible to anyone, even a child or an old person, I think that's incredibly amazing. Photography became important to me in middle school when I moved from my house in one side of town to a different house in another side of town. When I was little, I used to like playing in this meadow near my house, and it was a place where I could call my sanctuary. In middle school, I decided to take a bike ride back to that meadow, but when I arrived there, I discovered that it was plowed down and made into a parking lot for a Bank of America and an organic grocery store. Although I can still remember in my head, I don't have a picture, and I hope that I will never forget it. But on that day that I discovered that my sanctuary was replaced with something different, I decided that I wanted to find a way to document my life so I wouldn't lose my memories ever again. Even though you may not care for all of the philosophical junk that I just spewed out, what I want you to take from this speech is that every moment is precious, and every one of you is memorable, and and that's why I want to take a picture of this exact moment so I can remember it.